Oh shit!
Do you like spiders? So spiders are pretty scary, right? And most people don't like spiders. In a previous game, I already used spiders as an enemy. So this here is my previous game. So this game got only one download on itch.io. So the way it works is like you shoot magic here and you defeat spiders. And it's hard to see, but these spiders are kind of like hidden inside the water. And when you go too close to them, they jump in your face. Kind of like this. And then you have to press click to kill them. So in my opinion, this was already a pretty good idea. So I just took the same 3D model, like did the texture a little bit different and adjusted it for my maze game. So there's 3 things I like: fast cars, fast money, and fast enemies that will chase you until you shit your pants. If you watch my previous videos, you know that I'm making a maze game right now. This game here. So right now I study game programming here in Japan. My main goal until April is to make this game go viral. Most of my previous games never got any downloads really, so I want to make a game that goes viral. So I'm documenting me making this game here on YouTube. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, because I'm still a very small channel. If you like and subscribe, you actually help me out in the YouTube algorithm. So right now I made this spider enemy here, and what it does is basically like if you enter this box here, it will chase you and then jump in your face and trigger a jump scare. So let me show you this in the game. So it's chasing me, and the jump scare. And right now it looks pretty unfinished, right? But keep in mind I built this today, so it's clearly not finished yet. I will then put like some sword or something where you can actually like, you know, remove the spider from your face and kill it. But this is not the only enemy I have right now. I have a different enemy too. Let me show you the second enemy. So the second enemy is when you go down this dark hall right here. That's the second enemy, and it's basically just a Japanese old man. So I don't really like this second enemy, so I actually have a different idea. So my idea for the game, I have like these 4 zones, right? So instead of like an old man, which I don't really think fits the theme very much, you know, the spider in my opinion is more cool. How about like per zone I have a different enemy? So this will be the spider zone. And in here you have a bunch of different spiders. Like not just the one you saw before. Smaller spiders, bigger spiders, more fast spiders, different colored spiders. And they all have like kind of unique behaviors. And I put them here somewhere. And I also like adjust the map and put some spider webs and stuff. Let me like recap everything. So I made this maze here in Blender. And it's kind of jagged. It's not really even. And it adds a bit of uncanniness. Then I added the snow. So you can see it kind of snows. And the snow follows you around. So it's not like one snow per map, but it's actually a snow that follows you around. And then I added this door here, so you cannot escape the maze. This is also modeled in Blender. And then I added this torch here. So this was modeled in Blockbench. And the way I did the fire, I basically studied this here in Japan, and I just followed my teacher. And you also have smoke here. And the smoke actually moves, so it stays in one place while the fire moves. And the other thing that is new, what you probably hear, is the sound. So I added a 3D sound effect. So it's kind of like on the left. And I also added a soundtrack. So the soundtrack I actually made myself. And I down-pitched it a bit to make it more subtle and less intrusive into the gameplay. In the next area over here, we're gonna have a different enemy. We're gonna have, for example, wasps, because I actually made a wasp 3D model for a previous game, so I can reuse this. And this enemy will have a different type of behavior. It will, for example, like be able to fly and can fly over the walls. And one cool idea I also thought about is like that you have bees and also wasps. The bees are neutral and they don't really do anything, but they fly around and they make the same type of noise as the wasp, and they kind of like scare you, but they don't really jump scare you. And then you have the wasps, which are actually scary and gonna sting you. And then in this region here, I also thought about a cool idea. How about in this region, I'm gonna add a block enemy, kind of like in Minecraft. And this enemy does not really like chase you. Instead it just patrols. Goes around here in the maze and it just patrols. And all you have to do here, you have to adjust your strategy and you actually have to avoid it. So it's not about like encountering some enemy and it's chasing you, but it's waiting for it to go away and then you can like move and continue the maze. What do you think about this idea? Do you like this idea? What is your own opinion? What type of enemy should I put into the maze? Do you like the idea of like splitting it up? And another question that I have for you is like, what should I put in this final region? So this is the final region and this is where the tower is. So you win the maze by reaching this large tower here. What do you think would be a cool idea? Let me know in the comments. So let's actually encounter the spider. It's kind of scary, right? And keep in mind the spider AI is very dumb right now. So all this spider really does is once it encounters the player, it moves forward. So what you can actually do, you can like move to the side like here and it doesn't follow you anymore. So later I actually want to change this and I want to make it so that the spider actually chases you. And that once you like escape it, it goes back to its original position. I think that's much more cooler than it just going forward endlessly. And then, like I said, the other thing I want to add a sword. So if you press mouse, you can actually swing around the sword. And this does not really stop the jump scare, but what it does is like once the jump scare is triggered, you have a way to actually defend against it and kill the spider. And then you have an effect where you can actually see the spider like splitting apart or like, you know, blood coming out or something like this. So you can see like you actually killed the spider. So the next thing I want to add, I want to like in the top left corner, I want to add hearts. And the hearts will be your life. And every time you're jump scared, you actually lose hearts. And I also want to add NPCs where you can actually like make deals with them. Like for example, you can, you know, you can give hearts to them and add something in return. Like for example, the torch, I want to make it so that it only like burns for 10 minutes. So you can, for example, trade hearts for a new torch, for example. Something like that. And the other thing I want to add, I want to make this game kind of like morally questionable. Like, I want to make it so that the only way you can win it by doing morally questionable things, like killing NPCs, for example. I think that is also a very cool idea. But that's basically the game. Let me know what you think. Please post your own ideas in the comments and don't forget to subscribe for part 5 to see how this game will evolve. So see you in the next video. Bye.